Love without losing yourself. Real love does not require you to shrink. It invites you to shine. Lesson 1. Guard your heart. Proverbs 4 verse 23 reminds us, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. The heart is more than a source of emotion, it is the center of our being, the wellspring from which our actions, decisions, and desires emerge. When the heart is unguarded, it becomes vulnerable to the noise of the world, the negativity, the lies, the confusion that cloud our clarity and compromise our peace. To guard your heart means to be intentional about what you allow in. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, the words you speak and the conversations you entertain, all of these influence your emotional and spiritual state. You are not a passive recipient of life's experiences. You have the power and the responsibility to protect your inner world. Just as you would not leave the doors of your home wide open for anything or anyone to walk through, you should not leave your heart exposed to forces that deplete, damage, or distort you. It is not about building walls but cultivating wisdom. Guarding your heart doesn't mean shutting down or avoiding connection. It means being discerning. It means knowing when something or someone does not align with your truth. The condition of your heart will ultimately shape your responses, your relationships, and the trajectory of your life. When your heart is weighed down with resentment, bitterness, or fear, it shows. It leaks into your words. It shadows your interactions. It builds emotional distance and blocks intimacy, not just with others, but with yourself. Letting go of what harms you is not weakness, it's strength. Forgiveness, especially when it's hard, is a form of strength. It's a choice to no longer carry the weight of past offenses, to no longer let them dictate your present peace. When you forgive, you're not excusing what happened, you're choosing not to allow it to control you anymore. You're creating room in your heart for peace, joy, and freedom. When the heart is filled with negativity, anger, or unresolved pain, it affects everything. The way you speak, the way you treat others, the way you show up in the world. But when your heart is filled with joy, compassion, and gratitude, it transforms your presence. You naturally radiate warmth. Your decisions are guided by love, not fear. You lead with kindness instead of defensiveness. Your emotional state is not something to ignore or bury. It deserves your attention. Tend to your heart daily. Reflect, journal, sit in silence, speak kindly to yourself. Because without tending to the heart, we begin to live from a place of reaction instead of intention. And in that place, it's easy to lose yourself. Love, in its purest form, begins with alignment, when your heart is anchored in truth. That is where discernment is born. That is where you start to recognize which connections uplift you and which ones drain you. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. That is not harsh, it's wisdom. Protecting your energy is a form of self-respect. Seek relationships rooted in shared values. Surround yourself with people who bring out your highest self. Those who speak life, not fear. Those who celebrate your growth, not compete with it. These are the kinds of connections that nourish the heart and make it safe to love without losing yourself. Because when your heart is healthy, you don't chase love, you attract it. You don't beg for respect, you embody it. You don't fear rejection, you understand redirection. You know your worth, and you know that love must begin within. You can be open, but not naive. You can be kind, but not self-sacrificing. You can love fully, while still honoring your boundaries. Your heart is sacred. Guard it not out of fear, but with honor. Let what flows from it be peace, truth, and love.